You know what this means. When Uncle Tony lights the Verdes signal, it can only be one thing. Precourt lit the smoke on January 4th, and over the next 2 days, Austin FC announced the signings of Diego Fagundez and Matt Besler. Let's go over what they bring to the team. Diego Fagundez. Now, if you've been following MLS from any time since 2010 or 2011, this is probably a name that you've heard. He is 25 years old, 5'8", he can play as a center attacking mid, or a 10, an 8, or a winger. We obtained him as a free agent and he is an Uruguayan international. Now, Fagundez was the New England Revolution's first homegrown signing as a 15-year-old in 2010. He was an incredible young talent that consistently set records, being the youngest player in MLS to reach 50 goals, 200 appearances, and the youngest player to reach 10,000 minutes, among a few other youngest to X records. This transfer comes as a courtesy of the changes to the 2020 collective bargaining agreement, which lowered the minimum age of free agency to 24 years old and minimum years of service to 5. At only 25 years old, Fagundez is an MLS veteran. Unfortunately, he never quite developed to his full potential. However, the ceiling was very high, and he is a high-quality player nonetheless. The last few seasons under Bruce Arena, he has been played out of position and his production has dropped, making Austin the perfect opportunity for him to reignite his career and be an absolute beast. A 25-year-old extremely talented MLS veteran with a lot of upside. What isn't to love? I have high hopes for Diego to give us solid performances if and when he can find his form again in one of his preferred roles. Our next free agent signing was Matt Besler, another MLS and US men's national team veteran and a Sporting Kansas City legend. Matt Besler is 33 years old, 6 feet tall, plays at center back, and is a USA international. Besler is another one of those names that you will recognize. He has been in the league for quite some time and was even teammates with Josh Wolf at SKC. His credentials include being a great center back with World Cup experience. After all, he played all matches of the United States 2014 World Cup run, winning the CONCACAF Gold Cup twice, winning the US Open Cup thrice, winning MLS Cup in 2013, and having a great sense of humor.
Alright.
In addition to his impressive resume, Wolf and Reyna value Besler for sharing many of the qualities behind their playstyle philosophy for defenders. Besler is good in possession, can break a press, is good at passing, and at getting the ball forward, a recurring theme in most of our defensive picks. A point for concern, however, should be his decline. Besler has had a solid career, but isn't exactly getting any younger. His legs are running their mileage, and his caps have decreased accordingly. He has also suffered a couple of hamstring injuries in the past few years. Nonetheless, history has shown us that players with extensive veteran MLS experience can be invaluable to expansion sides, regardless of their physical decline, as was the case with Michael Parkhurst for Atlanta United. Even in Europe, we have seen some experienced center backs like Thiago Silva succeed in tougher environments, going from Ligue 1 to the Premier League. Now, I'm not trying to compare Besler to either of these players, but rather attempting to illustrate that despite his age, he can give the Twin Oaks a solid defensive foundation and a good amount of caps while mentoring our younger center backs. His shortcomings in physicality and fitness can also be overcome by pairing him with a center back like Johan Romagna, which could simultaneously help the young Colombian grow as he learns from Besler. It is clear that Reyna and Wolf still rate him and see his potential to perform at a high level in the league. These are both solid acquisitions done on a free. Both are incredible talents that may have lost their stride in the last season or two. Wolf and Reyna clearly believe in giving proven players a second shot, and perhaps this change of scenery is exactly what these players needed to revitalize their career. With these free agents, Austin FC has now finished rounding off a solid squad of players with MLS experience and high upside, along with some promising youngsters sprinkled in. Many people have criticized the current squad for looking weak, as we have only signed one designated player and seemingly don't have a quote-unquote game changer or halo signing. However, not only are these people underestimating players like Cecilio, Lima, or Ring, they are also failing to consider that we have not spent a single dime of our targeted allocation money allowance. Not to mention, we still have 2 DP slots to go. As an assurance to the fans, it has been confirmed that we are buying players in the international window in January/February. Our MLS player base is set, the proverbial plate is cooking, and the seasoning and desserts are yet to be added in the coming weeks or months. Hey man, have you subscribed to this channel? It'd be a lot cooler if you did. For more Verdes content, you know where to find us at Twin Oaks TV. Stay tuned.